Welcome to this episode of The Garage with Dennis. We're here at Mahem Customs to talk to my friend Ryan Volk. They do everything from combining F-bodies to making sure that you know where to go to get that 3,500 horsepower drag car. Now, we don't want to forget our sponsors like Royal Purple, the performance oil that outperforms. In fact, I got this from their shelves. We also want to thank our friends at Craftsman, Made to Make. Get ready, the show starts right now.
I am Ryan Volk, the owner of Mahem Customs in Portland, Oregon. I build custom cars from mild to wild. We take the car that they say you can't drive on the street, and we drive them on the street. Between twin turbo 3,500 horsepower cars to 500 horsepower cars, nitrous, turbos, blowers, whatever, and we drive them on the streets. How it all started for me was I was 13 years old. I had a Grand Trino Sport, Ford Trino. Had a 429 Supercover jet in it. Started putting nitrous on it and building the motor, and they kept blowing up, and we just kept going more power and more power. And I sold that and bought a 70 Camaro with a 671 blower on it, tubbed. So my everyday driver just to and from school. I was 16 and chasing the cops, and the cops were chasing me and just having fun. Mayhem Customs started for me. I was 18 years old. I went through CCC program at Clackamas Community College, auto body 1, 2, and 3 in painting. I started doing collision work at J&M and some other body shops around Portland, and just kind of wanted to get out of the ordinary cars, everyday drivers. So I rented a little stall from a buddy of mine, and we started building the Eleanor Mustang, in which the Eleanor Mustang took me from nothing to Mayhem Customs. Everybody thought it was crazy, taking a convertible Mustang, tubbing it, making an Eleanor Mustang, 600 horsepower, and that's our trademark. Is the Eleanor Mustang. It was the first car that Mayhem Customs built. I started it, and then my crew finished it. And now me and my crew are building some of the baddest cars in Portland. Some of our custom builds now, a customer brought me a ZL1 Camaro, 2013, for a donor car. We put all the parts into a 68 Camaro, from the motor, the transmission, all the wiring, dashboard, seats, everything to make it a 68 ZL1 Camaro. Here at Mayhem Customs, we also do just restoration vehicles. We do, in the 58 Impalas, 67 Chevelles, 69 Camaros, Skylarks. We do Rivieras. Anything from 1914 to current, we currently do. From restoration, just to everyday driver, to complete show-stopping, mouth-dropping, drooling cars. Here at Mayhem Customs, we have our own in-floor dyno, which we do all of our own tuning and drivability on vehicles, from customers' cars that have a drivability issues and we can't go on the street at 200 miles an hour, detect where it's detonating. So we put an in-floor dyno to be able to do our own in-house dynoing and drivability and tuning. Customers are feel free to walk through our shop from the start to the end. So when the customer brings their vehicle in, we give them an estimate, kind of a build sheet on what they want to do at the end of the project. We build the project. At any given time, they're more than welcome to come into our shop, open door policy. They can walk back to where the car's getting built, ask questions. If things they want to change in the middle of it, they can change stuff in the middle of it. Customers have full hands-on, from the parts we order to the paint to up to they drive it out of the shop. So everything that we do here is the customer support, and we are here to help the public. So when we first start a build at Mayhem Customs, the questions are to the customers: where do they want the car to end up? At a car show? Do they want to drive it? Do they want to race it? What do they want with it? So what we do, we bring the vehicle in, talk to the customer, figure out on what direction that they want this vehicle to go. If it's a show car, we basically take the car completely apart. We organize, we itemize, we see all the parts we have, all the parts we need. We make a parts list, we order parts, we build the car from the frame up. If they want airbags, if they want coilovers, if they want to drop this thing when they're driving, or if they want to do 300 miles an hour and do 200-foot burnout. So it just depends on what the customer is looking to do at the end of the build. So the very starting of the build, the most important part is to figure out where the car wants to end up and how they want to see their car done. Craziest build. Our craziest build is a 1985 IROC Camaro. It's got a 572 twin turbo, 91 millimeter turbos. It makes over 3,000 horsepower. It is crazy. We drive it up and down 122nd and Powell. Just, it's a full race car. If we got pulled over by the cops, we would go to jail. I mean, it's a full-on blown race car, and we drive it around the streets, and we dyno it here, and it's a crazy car. Here at Mahem Customs, I feel I have the best crew in Portland. I have guys that specialize in the 1914s to the 50s cars. I got guys that specialize in the current cars. I have 2 fab guys that can build anything. I just draw it on paper and they build it for me. I have the best painter who can do blends, flames, scallops. He can do blends on tricolors. My body guy, he cut any rust out, build any panel, and just my crew here, I feel, are the best guys in Portland. Mahem Customs, I see in about 10 years, I want to be the biggest shop on the West Coast, next to West Coast Customs. We got our eyes and our hands on a shop here in Portland. We're trying to close on it, and if we can close on that deal, we will have the biggest shop in Portland for customization, restoration. I see my lifetime goal is to build a Riddler car and win the trophy. That's my lifetime goal. And I will not stop until we make that goal. And my guys are just behind me. They want that same goal. That's the restoration and the fabrication. The builder's dream is to have the Riddler trophy.
Thank you so much for spending time with this segment of The Garage with Dennis. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to seeing the finishing product with this 68 Camaro or even their interpretation of the Copo Camaro. You want to know more about what Ryan's doing? Go to mayhemcustoms.com. As for us, we just have to thank our sponsors once again. Royal Purple, the performance oil that outperforms, and Craftsman made to make. We'll see you in the next segment. That was one of my favorite segments, but now stay tuned for our tips, tricks, and reviews coming up next. One of the most striking features inside the Dodge Dart is the 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen, which comes included AM/FM radio, 1 year worth of Sirius XM satellite radio, voice command with Bluetooth streaming audio, CD player, remote USB port, SD card slot, and audio input jack. Get up-to-the-minute weather, fuel prices, sports and movie listings, all from the dash of your car. Also, one of the most interesting items on the 8.4-inch screen is the availability of real-time updates for weather and traffic. One of the items that can be of interest for the audiophiles looking for a small compact car is the available 506-watt Alpine sound system that makes sure you'll hear every note with quality it deserves through 9 speakers and a powerful subwoofer. Keyless entry is also one of the nice items on the Dodge Dart. Detects when you approach the vehicle and the key fob in your pocket and automatically unlocks the door with a simple touch of the handle. Another item that coincides with the keyless entry is the push button start. Once inside, starting the engine is as simple as pressing the button while stepping on the brake. Powering our little Dodge Dart tester was the 2.4-liter Tiger Shark Multi-Air 2 engine. This 16-valve, 184 horsepower, 174 foot-pound torque monster really did put the power to the ground. Now, it's not a drag race machine, but with the multi-air engine technology and the choice of the 6-speed manual or the available and as tested 6-speed automatic transmission, it did have a lot of pep for a small economy car. The Dodge Dart comes standard with a sport-tuned suspension system that makes sure that the car not only corners tightly at higher speeds, but maintains a smooth ride all of the way. Frequency dampening shock absorbers provide highly responsive control as well as a smooth ride. For more information about this and other Dodge products, please go to Dodge.com, or you can check out more of our auto reviews right here at InTheGarageWithDennis.com.